Well, I guess the best way to put this is that a general partnership can generally involve two partners that would come together to manage a business. To the extent that a limited partner, is involved in that business, you'd actually be talking about a limited partnership. And one of the things to realize about a limited partnership is that the limited partners generally are coming in not to manage the organization, but as investors. So more often than not, to encourage limited partners' investments in limited partnerships, we actually give those limited partners the benefit of limited liability. It really, in trying to determine the type of partnership will always depend on the nature of the business interest of the respective partners. So in the limited partnership, you have a situation where limited partners may be coming in interested in investing in the corporation simply for the purposes of helping that corporation profit while deferring to the general business managers to actually run the day-to-day business operations. However, with the limited liability partnership, you're actually going to have a situation where you may have professionals or otherwise who are all coming together, all pooling resources and saying, you know what, we may all participate in the management of this organization. However, we want to structure as a limited liability partnership because we all want to be able to enjoy the benefit of the veil of protection that is afforded to individuals in a limited liability partnership, and that is that they can't necessarily be held personally or individually liable for the sins of that entity, that limited liability partnership entity. Another distinction is when family members come together to actually create a limited liability partnership or partnership. And more often than not, these partnerships will actually cause the most problems, but they will indeed also involve a situation where some of the family members have actually come together as general partners to actually run the day-to-day business operations, while you actually have limited partners who are coming in to help run to actually invest in the business or provide other resources. But again, they're not necessarily looking to take on the same sort of liability or responsibility as the general partners of that business. So a professional partnership is actually going to be a situation where you have two or more members of a profession, whether it be architecture, law, or some other regulated business organization, that are coming together to actually benefit from the particular tax, legal, and other advantages that can be associated with forming in a particular way as a profession. Sometimes these professionals will also create this professional limited liability partnership, not only to benefit from the limited liability that attaches to the partners individually, but also to benefit from certain regulatory advantages that may also be associated with how they are running their professional limited liability partnership.